Hi, I'm Avriel, and I'm in the ceramics studio where beautiful, beautiful gifts and items are made. And the head of this studio is Cheryl. Come on in, Cheryl.
Hi, my name is Cheryl.
And Cheryl, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this here 13 years.
13 years at
And I
LVW.
started in 76
Is that
in
right?
ceramics.
And what made you so interested in ceramics?
I used to play with clay when I was a kid and molding things.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when I found out there was mold scissors, I got it.
You were into it.
Yeah.
You were into it.
It's fun because everything you open, no matter how many you open, the same. It's exciting.
It is.
Because
It is.
either it's the
It
same
is.
piece. It's exciting.
Right. So there are processes that we go through, but I'm going to read something that I did research. Pottery refers to a functional item made from clay, like a bowl, a mug, a vase. Ceramics is a broader category that includes pottery, tiles, and sculptures. All pottery is ceramic, but not all ceramic is pottery. Thought I'd throw that in for a little bit of knowledge on what goes on.
Pottery is something you do on a wheel. This is not.
No.
This is poured into a mold.
Yes, and I will say there are so many paints, and Cheryl gives such good instructions. I mean, I was a novice, and I just pick a paint that explodes when you fire it, and they really come out great. But I've made a couple of mezuzahs to give away, and I've made frogs, and I've made cats.
Yeah.
So there's a plethora of items to make. That's for sure.
Teddy bears.
Yeah, and teddy bears. So why don't you take us through the process? What's the first process?
Is when I pour it at home.
You pour it at home.
I pour it at home.
So they're all custom. Like I could ask you,
If you don't see it, you ask me if I have it, and if I have it, I bring it in.
Right. So if I want a squirrel, you'll pour me
I
a
can get you
squirrel.
a squirrel.
Isn't that great?
So, but it takes about 3 days for it to come out of the mold. at home.
Okay.
And then
It just dries naturally in the mold?
it don't dry naturally. It thickens. Like here, you say it thickens. So when
Show
it gets
the camera so we
when
can
it gets
see.
to a certain thickness, thickness,
Thickness, I know.
you can open it and let it sit in the mold for at least 5 hours.
Is that right? And then,
Then
it's
you
ready
can
to
take it
go.
out, because if you take it out too soon, it's too wet, it'll fall over.
Okay. So then what is the next process?
Well, I bring them in here, they clean it off, they clean the seams.
They clean the seams.
They clean
And
all
how do you
these
do
seams.
that?
With this knife, they clean the seams.
That's the part I don't like.
And then when you're done cleaning it, you take a wet sponge and wipe it gently, not real
Yes.
wet. And then after that, it goes in the kiln.
Okay, so let's step back a minute. I'm one of her students that does not like to do that. So I will tell you that Cheryl offers
I clean them.
her expertise for me or for anyone else if you don't want to ruin your nails. So she'll do it. But let's take a look inside this cabinet. So Cheryl, right here are all the selections
Right.
that any of your students can pick
At the time, yes.
at the time, but you'll make them
Right.
custom.
If you don't see it, ask me for it.
Okay, so all of these are filed and
These are filed. Anything real white like this
Yes.
is ready to paint.
they're ready to paint. Those are the ones I picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, you have to be cleaned. They have to, seams have to be cleaned. Then they get fired. Then the next time they come, they can paint it.
Okay. So where do they get fired?
Right here.
In here.
Mhm.
So let's take a walk over in here.
Okay,
Now we're at the first stage, right?
Mhm.
And this is cleaning the greenware.
Right, which is very delicate.
Right.
So if you squeeze it,
It will
it's
break.
gone. Right.
It happened to me once.
I know.
Remember, it cracked.
I know.
I'm a problem student.
I know.
Okay. and you just take
But
off
all
the
you do is
seam.
the seam here, you scrape it off, just minimal, just to get the hard line off. Then you take a sponge,
And wet it a little bit.
right, and you rub it a couple of times. Rub it a couple of times after that to get rid of that seam.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's smooth, you let it dry. I put it in the kiln.
Kiln that we saw. Mm-hmm.
And that next time it comes out, you paint it.
And you can
And
paint it.
yeah.
Yes.
But it's easy. I mean, you just have to be delicate when you hold it. That's
Right.
all.
Now, a lot of the women have their own paints.
Mhm.
That they even do this at home and bring it in for Cheryl to fire, and then they can work at home as well. Because some of them require a lot of detail because the work is beautiful and can be sold in stores. So behind Cheryl, Mike, if you can get this, you stand that way, are some of the paints that you can choose from. And there's a color chart that allow you to pick the shade. And trust me, if it's not right, the class will let you know and say, we don't think you should do it that way. It's a very, very cohesive unit here, and everyone supports one another. And I should tell you also, if you're on a diet, don't come, because they always bring homemade goods and you eat in between while you're painting.
Yes.
Okay, so over here too are more glazes and paints.
They're the glazes.
These are the glazes.
Yeah, they're the glazes.
So these are the glazes, and you can see there's a plethora to choose from. You can do any color at all. And if Cheryl doesn't have the color, she will get it for you, which is a good thing. Now, I will tell you, for each piece that you do choose, there is a charge. It's so nominal, and it's I guess about the size of each piece that you're going to pick, because that would require more paint. But you're not paying for paint. You're paying for a class, and then you're just choosing your item. And let me tell you, if you can't come one week or the next week, it's put on a shelf for you with your name, and it is there because it's yours. So Cheryl, let's go to the next step.
Okay.
So here we are in the kiln room. And Cheryl, you're going to describe to us what the kiln is, what pottery goes in here,
Okay.
and I know this one's computerized.
Yes.
So take it away.
It's computerized. All you do with this is if you have a cone 5, it says here cone number, and you hit the cone 05, enter. And that's it.
And that's it. And how do you know that it's a cone 5?
I know them from
Oh, because you just know. Because different pieces
paints have different
I
colors.
understand. Okay. Okay. So now, how long is it in here?
Well, when you put the greenware in,
Yes.
it's in here for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. So when you're after your filing, it's called greenware,
Right.
and then you're putting in the kiln
Right.
so that it'll be able to be painted.
Right.
You want to just show them this
Sure.
little bit
This
bunny?
is what it comes out like.
Mm-hmm. Look
Then
how
it's
white,
ready to paint.
and it's ready to paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I should also interject that there are a plethora of paints that Cheryl will instruct you on what she feels looks best,
Mm-hmm.
and that they just come out absolutely beautiful and are wonderful for the house and for gifts. They
Yeah.
come out really quite
Looks
nice.
like you bought it in the store.
It does. It does. So let's walk over to the larger kiln and see what that does.
Okay, so this kiln here, if you look on the side there, everybody else has the same thing.
Yeah, a computer. Uh-huh.
Same as that, only slanted.
I see that. Mm-hmm.
You do the same with that kiln, you do with this one.
Yes.
You hit the cone number, enter,
Yes.
and that's it.
And you have this because you have larger items. And what
Larger
are those?
I have a giraffe, a lion, Doberman pinscher, anything you can think of, I have it.
That's on a large scale.
Right.
So this will accommodate it.
A mermaid, which is big. There's
Uh-huh.
a million things.
Right.
Beautiful.
So when you put, does it take more time because it's a larger item?
No.
It does not. Now, you explained to us before that some pieces have to go on stilts.
Yes.
What does that mean? And I have a piece that
Right.
did have to go on
Anything that's
stilts.
glazed, that's shiny like this, goes on a stilt. So you put a nail, it's called a nail. It's got prongs on it, it goes on the front and on the back.
Mm-hmm.
That way it won't stick. If you don't do that and you leave it on the shelf, it becomes part of the shelf.
It becomes part of the shell. So just like you had told me If there were two shoes, they would fuse together.
If they touch, yes.
They would fuse together,
So
and
when
that's the
you
reason.
put them in the kiln, you have to leave at least a hair space.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not touching, it's fine.
It's fine.
But if it's even touching a little bit,
Does every item have to be glazed, or can it be matte?
no, you can do it, Matt.
You can do it matte.
There's a matte glaze.
Yes.
That would also be silted though,
Oh, I
because
see.
it's a glaze.
Because it's a glaze, even though it's a flat.
Right,
Ah,
right.
yeah, yeah. Now this shoe,
Beautiful.
this shoe is beautiful,
Mhm.
but this shoe is the kind of paint that I use, because you paint it and it makes bursts. This is done by the paint,
Mhm.
which I love because I'm not talented, and this just it just makes
happens automatically.
it just makes everything look great. So that's why I love. You know, I always pick that.
Yes.
It's like it just draws me. I think I did one solid one was a cat. That was solid, and that came out fabulous. It really did. So now we're going to walk back into the classroom and see the stages that Cheryl's students are doing, so we can explain a little more of what's happening. This is Eileen, and she's been part of this group for many, many years. And Eileen is the go-to person when you're doing an eye on any item. I'm unable to make an eye. She has a chart. You pick out the eye that you want, and Eileen will do it. It's wonderful.
Yes.
So Eileen, this is the next step after we've prepared the piece and inspired. So tell the viewers what you're doing.
This is a fish that I would put in a patio with a candle inside.
Oh, how beautiful.
And this is, it's called a crystal. It's a one coat, and then there's little spots and stuff that when it hits the kiln, which goes up to 2,000 degrees, they burst into colors.
As I showed you on that
Right.
shoe.
Right. And right now I'm in the process of doing an eye, and it's called Easy Stroke. It's only one coat, and you have to go very carefully around. Of course, I showed you yesterday. Okay.
That's okay. So,
And-
and there's your eye.
Right.
Yeah, eyes are difficult to do.
It's
make
fun.
them look-
It's a lot
I
of
know,
fun,
but
and the
you're very
ladies.
good at it.
We solve a lot of the world's problems here,
I know you do.
and
I know.
we
This is the kind of class it is.
everybody is very friendly.
So Eileen, can I show them this?
Sure.
Did you do this one?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
It's the same
so
fish.
Another student did it, but here's the fish, and it's sort of that same paint, isn't it?
Yes.
So it was after it was fired, it burst and it got the yellow and the
Right.
orange. Look how beautiful. Really is beautiful. So this is the process. This is the finished product. So here I am with Joni, a very loyal participant and very, very skilled in what she does. I always get confused with her because she's a twin, and I never know who I'm talking to because she's identical. So why don't you tell our viewers what you're doing?
Okay, this piece has already been fired, and now I'm just adding acrylic paint to change the touch, and then I will seal it with triple thick. It does not have to be fired anymore, and then it prolongs it, and it could be outside. And this is one of the finished pieces that I've done
How beautiful
with
is
two
that?
different types of paint.
Isn't that beautiful? So what are the different types of paint?
This is the firing paint,
Yes.
and this is the acrylic paint, which has been sealed to be outside.
Outside. It's just beautiful, and this will look great in your garden, won't it?
Absolutely, I do have a turtle collection.
Do you really?
Yes, here's another one which I
Oh,
did.
wow. Look how cute. Another new process that Cheryl has introduced is a decal. Now, I don't know if you could see this, but the decal is put onto the plate, and then it's fired, and it becomes incorporated as part of the plate. And this plate is usable, right?
Yes.
You could put food on it.
Lead-free.
It's lead-free. Most items they make are lead-free.
Food safe.
So let's go back to Cheryl and talk about the daily schedule. She's very busy with this.
I'll have a good time
She's
here.
cleaning and she's doing. Cheryl, so tell everybody what the days are of operation, the fees. I know you have 2 sessions. That's changed. So why don't we share with
Okay.
everyone?
Class starts at 11 o'clock, and it's $7 for half a day. So we're here from 11 to 4, actually. We break for 1 to 2 for lunch. And that's about it.
No, it's
You know.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh, Monday and Wednesday, yes, two days a week, Monday and Wednesday.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
11 to 1 and 2 to 4.
Okay. And generally, how much are the pieces?
It varies.
It does vary. I mean, I bought one that's as little, because she's so kind, as little as $4.
Right.
And I usually stay only one session, but this is new that she's incorporated 2 sessions for $10.
Mhm.
What a deal! Because especially, you don't have to come every day,
No.
every Monday and Wednesday, but some days it's raining, you have nothing to do. Come in, make a piece, and then pick it up next week. It's just a wonderful thing.
Mhm.
So I encourage everyone to really partake. Now, there are new ceramic rules and regulations because she is under the umbrella of actually LVW. So Mike, you're going to tape that for us, and then you're going to peruse of all the beautiful, beautiful ceramics that have been made, that are still here, that people didn't give away as gifts. This is Avriel. Thank you for watching, and come join the Ceramic Studio. You'll have so much fun. Till next time, bye.